Murrieta Hot Springs sprang back to life in 1995 when Calvary Chapel of Costa Mesa purchased it as a Bible college and conference center. Calvary Chapel of Costa Mesa could have razed the buildings and started over, but the chief administrator, Pastor Chuck Smith, saw a historical treasure in the edifices that bridged the gulf of nearly a century.
We got down here and looked at what we saw. It was a disaster. About 10 rooms were actually usable. Going into the Monterey building, where every room was stacked high with just junk. It was used as a trash dump. And there were old beds, there were old, bed frames, there were just, stacked floor to ceiling. The kitchen was basically wall-to-wall cockroaches, appliances that didn't function, gas ovens. We had to replace everything. And so everything which is now used for the conference center, as far as for the retreaters, those were abandoned. We had over 300 people on the payroll working on the property because we wanted to open this thing up for a retreat. We needed something that would accommodate 300 ladies. We were real eclectic in our design, of the place. And so we had a lot of concrete, we had a lot of tile. We had stripped a lot of tile, that some of the pieces of tile are hundreds of years old, that we wanted to save and incorporate into our scheme of things. Chuck had a heart for, he see these old buildings and he really wanted to save them. He loved the idea of taking this whole mess and this wreck that this facility was and just to turn it into what it is today. He gave me a lot of liberty as far as what the look like, what the place looked like, and he liked the idea of trying to maintain some of the historical appeal to this place.
The Calvary Church bought it, and then they put all their resources into it and kept most of the same buildings, restored much of what was still salvageable.
Reconstruction was completed for the first guest retreat in October 1995. Since Calvary finished the restoration process, Murrieta Hot Springs has housed Murrieta Hot Springs Christian Conference Center and Calvary Chapel Bible College.